Hi Scorpio, let's do a 4-layered spread to try to capture as much of the energy around you that we can. I have 2 tarot decks and 2 oracle decks that we're going to use to help us do that. So we have 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands, 10 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Queen of Swords, 3 of Swords, Judgment. Under this deck, we have 4 of Swords. So then let's do a next layer of tarot. We're going to take 6 of these tarot cards to get our second layer. So we have 10 of Wands again, 6 of Wands, 8 of Wands, the Emperor, Strength, 4 of Wands. Wow, there's a lot of Wands energy. Knight of Pentacles underneath this deck. Then we're going to take 6 of these to do our third layer. So we have Agate, Phantom Quartz, Rainbow Obsidian, Azurite, Chrysoprase, and Apophyllite. Under this deck, we have Shungite. And then finally, we will take 2 of these big picture oracle cards so that, oh, okay. The rose wants out, so we'll take that one. So then we can really get into this for you, Scorpio. Okay, so then we have the cat. Underneath this deck is the letter. So this feels to me like you are healing, you're detoxing, you're working on your own vitality. And I don't necessarily mean in a physical sense, although for some of you, you could be. But I feel like you're growing stronger. It feels like you're recovering from something. Your soul is recovering. You're committed to yourself. You're no longer betraying yourself. And that it feels to me like you understand, you're better at communicating because you've done a lot of healing. You've done it. Maybe you've detoxed people, relationships out of your life. But it feels like you're taking time for yourself is what this feels like. That you have worked hard for things and you're really stopping to appreciate what some of those things are or mean to you. So your current energy is the 3 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. So this is really saying that you have taken on a lot of responsibilities, but yet you're anticipating something in return for that. So you may be working really hard for something right now, but you know there's a reason why. And this could be your own healing, that you have decided to take the responsibility of your own healing so that you can start again. You can have a new direction. You can have a new start at something, because I do see you healing and pulling back your own energy. And again, maybe taking accountability and responsibility for your own well-being. In your near future, we see the 7 of Pentacles and the Emperor. This is giving a the same kind of vibe that your current energy is giving me, that you know you're stepping into something powerful here. You feel powerful, you feel disciplined, but it also, you know, it's going to take time and patience and effort and taking on that role and stepping into your own self-care, overcoming your own obstacles, dealing with your own shadow side, and taking ownership of that, taking charge of that. But also with the 7 of Pentacles, this is about making progress. But it feels slow because we have the 3 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles, neither of which is a really fast moving energy, but you know it's coming in. You can sense it. So then we have the 4 of Wands and Agate in your challenge position. So the 4 of Wands and Agate, if they're not in a challenge position, are both about balance, stability, foundations, but it's showing up in your trigger position. So this tells me that you do not feel currently at this time, you don't feel super balanced, that you know that you had something to recover from with the 4 of Swords. There is something here that you felt broken or something shattered you. Maybe you were heartbroken, because we see the Three of Swords right here in your shadow position. So I'm seeing that you are definitely overcoming something that may have destroyed you or something that you didn't understand. But that's why stability is in your trigger position, because it feels like you're a bit off balance. But you are committed to taking on that responsibility and fixing yourself and digging deep into your own soul to get your own stability. So you see yourself as the Knight of Wands and Azurite. So you see yourself very confident, very focused. The Knight of Wands knows exactly what they want and how to get it, and they go for it. So even if you were feeling some kind of conflict, or there was something here that broke your heart, some kind of situation where it felt difficult, or maybe you were chasing something, or maybe there was an incompatibility with something or someone, you know what you want. And so you understand that you're confidently recovering from all of that is the point. And you're getting focused on what you need and what you want and what's best for you in any situation. You're putting you first. So then we have 10 of Wands again, 6 of Wands, Phantom Quartz, although I did say quantum, so we'll have to consider that. And then the Rose. So this again, your soul is asking you, because you're taking on all that responsibility, your soul is asking you to stay patient, because you will have success with this, you will overcome this, but it's going to require change, because the Phantom Quartz always comes with a change, and it's usually having to do with your shadow work. But there's a gift here that the universe is giving you, because the Rose is always a tangible gift. So because you're taking on the responsibility and taking care of yourself and taking accountability and facing your shadow side, there's going to be a huge major change in your life that's going to point you in this direction of success and some kind of tangible resources. So maybe in the form of money or in the form of another person, but it's a tangible gift when that Rose shows up. But in your environment, you have the Queen of Swords, Strength, Chrysoprase, and the Cat. So this is that thing that we're talking about, the thing that perhaps did destroy you or did shatter you or did break your heart. Whatever that is, it's still in your environment because it's showing up as a cat. So this is really saying the Queen of Swords in this case, I feel like this is an ex of some kind, an ex-friend, an ex-partner, an ex-business associate, something like that, who's still kind of lingering around in your energy. And that's what's giving you this impression that you have to take on these 10 wands. This is about disconnecting from whoever this person is. I see Strength, and the Strength card never shows up unless it's something that's excruciatingly hard to do. So I can tell that you have trouble releasing whatever this energy is that perhaps broke your heart or put you in the position that you're in. But I also see you standing tall and maintaining your dignity and not letting people treat you in any way other than with full respect. And the cat doesn't do that. The cat is a fair weather friend. The cat comes around when times are good, but then as soon as you need something, you can't find the cat. So this is the point, that that's still showing up in your environment. But I think you are taking on this responsibility, which feels hard to me because Strength showed up. It feels hard for you to let that person go, but you are taking that accountability and you are detoxing cat-like people out of your life. That's what this is giving me. So the Six of Pentacles and Rainbow Obsidian are in your past energy. I think that if you ever asked this person for help and they weren't there for you, they didn't show up for you, I think that you're healing past that. We have Rainbow Obsidian and the Four of Swords, which is telling me that you, because this person perhaps wasn't there for you when you really needed them the most, that's what triggered your own healing. That's when you decided, I can be my own emperor and I'm just going to take this on myself. And I think that's why we see all these wands here, Scorpio, even though you are a water sign. I feel like these wands are all here because you are really empowering yourself. It's the Emperor has that Aries energy. We see wands everywhere and it's about empowerment. It's about stepping into your own fire because you know you're confident, you know you're secure, you know you can do this. I think that's what triggered this. I think when this person didn't show up for you, even though you had probably countless times shown up for this person, that's exactly the thing that triggered your healing. So then in your shadow position, we have the Three of Swords and Apophyllite. So I think there is sort of a shadow side of you that is trying to show you that you know something, to really listen to your intuition, because Apophyllite is asking you to stay positive, that even though your heart is broken with the Three of Swords, Apophyllite is saying not to let your shadow side run with that. So in other words, these swords are all here. This is mental energy. This is mental conflict. Don't let that side of you take over where you might ruminate on what this person did to you. Don't do that. That's your shadow side. This is saying that was meant to mirror something to you. But this is asking you to keep your heart open. The Three of Swords in a shadow position leaves you in danger of closing your heart, because this person hurt you and you don't want to get hurt again. Apophyllite is here saying, no, work with me, work with this stone to keep your heart open so that you can heal and come into perhaps a better union or a better relationship or better interpersonal relationships. But this is a process. It's about detoxing these people that no longer fit in your life out of your life, and then but making sure you keep your heart open. We have Rainbow Obsidian and Apophyllite, which are both about healing your heart and staying positive. So then we have the Five of Cups and Eight of Wands. And this is exactly what that shadow position was telling me, that you might have a tendency right now to ruminate in the regrets, in the disappointments, and it could be even excessive. Because if I see the Five of Cups with the Eight of Wands, this could be a lot of disappointment, a lot of resentment, a lot of regrets. And it feels to me like this is really just saying, detox that, let that go. You need to heal from that and understand that those disappointments had to happen in order to trigger your growth. So that if that helps you to release it, to say, well, this person wasn't just a time waster. This person became something else that I thought that they were going to be something else, and they ended up being something else entirely. Whatever that is, this is really asking you not to ruminate in that energy, because you'll get stuck there. So allow yourself to understand that that happened for your own benefit. And now it's time to detox these things and keep your heart open and healed so you can bring in other people or other energies. But I love this for you. And here's the perfect ending to this story, Scorpio, because we had the Four of Wands in your challenge position, but now we have the Four of Wands in your potential outcome. This is you getting your own stability, your own loving energy, and you really waking up with the judgment call, waking up that this person or place or situation had to break your heart in order for you to have that soul's growth, to have that awakening, to find your own inner stability. It may feel surreal to you right now, but spiritual awakenings always are. But this is a really beautiful reading in the sense that you're struggling to feel stable right now because something broke your heart. But now your shadow side and your thinking mind, you're being asked not to dwell in that space. Say, you could even thank the universe that this person came into your life because it sparked a huge awakening in you. This is your outcome, Judgment and the Four of Wands. This is you waking up to your own milestones, your own stability, your own confidence. We keep seeing these wands because you are becoming so confident in your own right. And that never would have happened had that person not broken your heart. It's all part of your plan. It's all part of your contract. It's all part of the process. So there you go, Scorpio. That is your reading. Will you please let me know how this was resonant for you? Consider subscribing to the channel if you like my vibe, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.